Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back. We've got a pounds for pers workout for you, and right off the bat, that's me double checking to make sure that the video is recording, and thankfully it was. So I got to the gym this morning and decided to go to the elliptical for my warm-up, and just did a very easy half mile, which took 4 minutes and 12 seconds. I did put a tiny bit of speed to it, but not all that much. Still pretty casual, but just got it done a little bit quicker than usual. Alright, now from there I decided to go with reverse grip row before weighted dip. So for the row, I went with a set of 10 with 135, a set of 8 with 185, and here we have the 10x4 with 210 pounds. 90 seconds of rest in between sets, and it was a good row day. And we're still talking sub 225, so it's a very comfortable weight for me, and really it's just the volume that would be any kind of challenge. But even doing 10 sets of 4, still not much of a challenge for me, and that's a good thing. It's a very comfortable weight for me, and I could do quite a bit of volume with this weight, so that's always a plus. And overall, just a good day for pulling, but really it was a great workout day in general. Now, I do want to point out a couple things. First of all, the shirt that I'm wearing is one that I have not worn in a very long time. And not only that, but it's also a medium. So I haven't worn a size medium in I think almost anything in quite a while. And I have been leaning out lately, so it just kind of shows the progress I've been making now that I'm really mindfully trying to lean out a bit, and not a lot. I don't think I'm going to get quite as lean as I have in the past, but just a little bit leaner from where I was, especially last year. So I'm happy about that. And it actually reminded me how comfortable the shirt is. It's actually a very soft cotton shirt, so I'm happy to not only be able to wear it again, but the fact that it fits the way that it does. Also, I am pretty much dedicating this entire workout to a woman who was working out around me, and I've seen her a few times before. There's another video for weighted dip and reverse grip row that I'll be posting from early March. It's just that some of the videos got deleted and I managed to be able to restore them, so I'll be putting that video up hopefully soon. But basically, she truly motivated me and really inspired the workout to a large degree, and in more ways than one. So I'll get into each part as they come, but she really impressed me, not only with her physique but also with her workout. She did a total body workout. She pretty much did a little bit of everything, and technique was great, intensity was great, her work ethic is incredible. And not only that, but she is very athletic, and I would put money on it that she is an athlete, or at least was an athlete, because not only of the way that she looks, but the way that she moves, the way that she exercises, how much she pushes herself, and she has a really good sense of balance of pushing enough but not going too far, not overreaching, but also not playing it too safe either. So she's in the background right now. I believe she's squatting right now, and just really great woman, strong, and pushes herself, and again, very much athletic. Okay, so here's one part where she inspired me. Of course, I did the 10 sets, and since I was just so fired up and just full of energy and drive, I did a bonus set of rows. Just did. I was on a roll, and I just thought, why not? Throw in a bonus set. I know I did the scheduled 10. Why not? Let's do another one. Just because she's there, and she really, really honestly gave me a lot of just incredible support in that regard. And I think I did the same for her, but we'll talk about that during the dips. And so for the accessory on the row, I did an incline hammer curl with dumbbells. So I set the bench to, I believe it was 45 degrees. And I took a pair of 30-pound dumbbells, so 60 pounds total. I did that for a set of 8, kind of thinking that I may or may not go above that, and it actually went really, really easily. So, but more or less what I did was, for working sets, I did a 3x8 with the 40-pound dumbbell, so 80 pounds total, and I was doing them bilaterally, so I was lifting both dumbbells up at the same time as opposed to alternating. Just my preference. I haven't done an alternating curl in probably since 2015, but I prefer bilateral just because of not only the overload capability but also just the activation. And so that's what I did for the accessory for the row. Now here we have the weighted dip. Again, she really, really motivated me like a lot. And so I didn't do any warm-up sets. That's very odd of me. I don't like doing that typically with a primary mover, but she just gave me that big boost of confidence. Huge boost. In fact, I just loaded up the weight belt or the dip belt, I should say, and just went for it. And it was absolutely fine. So I really didn't even need the warm-ups. But, of course, I will usually put them in just for safety's sake. But I went right into the 10x4. Here we have 55 pounds on the dip belt. 90 seconds of rest in between sets. And it was a good dip day. Now with these opening sets, just for the fact that I just jumped right into working sets, I took my time with them and wasn't going for a very long pause at the bottom. And I actually could have. So as these sets progress, you'll notice that I'll put in a longer pause at the bottom. And that's just because of the fact that I could. And that it was that comfortable and it felt that easy that I could just stay at the bottom for a bit before pressing back up. And I even cut that a little bit conservatively just for the sake of not doing something ridiculous like staying in the bottom of a dip for a long time. It's just not necessary. So even though I will elongate it as the sets continue, I kept it still pretty manageable and still reasonable, I guess is the better word for it. And for the accessory on the dip, I did an unexpected choice because I was planning on going to maybe like a V-bar push down or maybe like a skull crusher or something like that, but the woman who was motivating me did bench press. And here's a little tidbit that I want to just kind of throw in for a second. She did take it to failure. Now, of course, with training to failure, there's a time, there's a context to it, there's a method to it, and there are appropriate measures to take. So she did push to failure, and that's totally fine. One, most people don't go that far, and not that that's completely necessary, but the fact that she is an athlete or trains very much like an athlete, and she pushed to that point. So even during squats, I could tell when the bar speed was slowing down and she was starting to grind a little bit. She knew exactly when to stop. For bench press, she kept pushing, and then she did get to failure, and she knew exactly how to get out of the rep, so she was completely safe, and that's always good to see. Not everybody knows. Not everybody understands what to do when something fails or when something goes out of place or when you need to bail on a lift. And so the fact that she was able to do that says a lot about her. And just because of the fact that she was flat benching made me flat bench. Now, of course, on this day, I'm doing close grip bench. And I was just figured, let's just do the usual. Let's do what we did last time. So I did a set of 8 with 135, set of 8 with 185 as my warm-ups. And I thought, last time I did 3x8 with 205, which I was very happy about. So let's just do it again. So I did the first set of 8 with 205. Thought about it for a minute and figured, you know what? She's really, really inspiring me. Let's make little increases. So my second set was with 210 pounds, and then my third set was with 215. So I did a top set with 215, definitely more than I was expecting to do, and it actually went okay. It went pretty much just fine. So I'm happy about that. I was able to push myself a little bit more than I was expecting to. In fact, I wasn't even expecting to close grip bench today, and I did. And that's more or less the workout, y'all. So really dedicating this entire session and the success of it to that woman working out. I would love to meet her, work out with her, and talk to her about training. I think that would be wonderful. She's absolutely beautiful and very strong and athletic. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great weekend, and adopt, don't shop.